Look deeply into my eyes. Nope. Hey, gang. A little change of plans. This is not about hypnotists today. This is about don't fall back. Welcome to Austin Dental Spa and the month of October, where our theme is don't fall behind, because the clocks are falling back an hour at the end of the month, and we spring forward in the spring. So don't fall behind, and that's been kind of driving all our subject matter for this month as well. So it's going to be fun today because we're going to talk about wisdom teeth, we're going to talk about breast cancer awareness, men and women, and then we've got a fun little health tip at the end of the presentation. So don't go away. Be about 5 minutes and we'll be done. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 1 out of 100 women, according to the place down in Houston, our women are going to experience breast cancer during their adult life. 1 out of 100. Now, a little known fact that a lot of people don't know about is men are susceptible to breast cancer as well. And it's a much higher rate of people, I mean lower rate. Less men are susceptible to breast cancer, but it does happen. So same symptoms, a strange lump that wasn't there last week, tenderness, swelling, reddish skin that won't heal. Those are the things that we look for. So don't fall behind. Get your mammogram, ladies and men. You should check every once in a while just to make sure that everything's the same as what it was last year or last week. And because like any cancer, breast cancer is tied to early detection. The earlier it's detected, the earlier it can be treated. It's not a death sentence and hasn't been for some years. I have many patients that are breast cancer survivors. So remember, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Dental Hygienist Awareness Month this month, and I don't know who comes up with all these things with, commemorating certain segments of the population, but show a little love to your hygienist, make an appointment, and get your teeth cleaned right here before Halloween and Thanksgiving, where all the sweets are going to come out. I don't know why Halloween's such a big deal right now. We've been wearing masks and eating candy for a year and a half now. So seems like Halloween's kind of stolen some of its thunder. But anyway, let's get on to the wisdom teeth. There's a study that came out in the Journal of Science recently by a paleoanthropologist, just published last month. And he's talking about the differences between humans and other primates and why wisdom teeth don't necessarily always need to be removed anymore. I've got quite a few patients who do still have wisdom teeth, and they had room to come in. He was trying to answer the question of why do they come in so late in life? And he went back through being a paleoanthropologist. He went back and studied humans all the way back to early days, and he found that as humans have developed over the thousands of years, our mouths are situated right underneath our brains. Now, I went through 4 years of dental school and been a dentist for 40 years. Never has anybody said anything like that to me, and I never really thought about it, that our mouths are directly underneath our brains. Whereas if you look at gorillas and chimpanzees, their mouths are further forward. Their brains are further back, along with their eyes, and then their mouths sit out further towards the front. So the physics, the leverage is different. If you want to crack a nut in a nutcracker, you put it back by the hinge. So wisdom teeth come in back closest to the hinge, and his theory is that if wisdom teeth came in any earlier in life, you would actually potentially damage your jaw muscles by being able to put that much pressure back there at a young age. So if you think about it, humans live longer than most other primates. Dogs, cats, they're doing good if they make it 7 or 8 years. So maybe 10, 15 years is old for a dog. They're fully grown by the time they're 2 or 3. And instead, humans live 75, 80 years old now. So there's there's a difference there. And so that's why he supposes that human beings get their wisdom teeth developing further back later in life. Basically every 6 years. You get your first molars when you're 6 years old, you get your second molars when you're 12 years old, and your wisdom teeth tend to come in about 6 to 8 years later than that, like right before your 20s. So I thought that was interesting stuff. In most of Europe, they don't routinely extract wisdom teeth. So that it's one of those things that it's more of an American thing. My dentist, when I was a kid, thought, okay, 4 wisdom teeth, 4 years of high school must not be a coincidence. So every year in the summer, he took 1 wisdom tooth out on just about every kid that was a patient of his in town. So you don't want to follow up with that. So our health tip for the day is get an appointment with your physician for your annual physical, or make a checkup with your dentist. Don't fall behind on that, because it's time to do all that. So I hope you had a informative session with us, and thanks for tuning in to Wisdom Wednesday. I'll look forward to seeing you for another episode next Wednesday. In the meantime, happy Wisdom Wednesday.